Um, Hi everyone. I am coming to YouTube to do a video, a short video on my experience with having a spinal epidural arachnoid cyst. I'll skip some of the dramatization of everything and how when it occurred and all that stuff, but I've had it for probably about 3 to 4 years now. I started off with neuralgia, which is going to be your hands kind of going numb, your feet going numb, really severe headaches. My head, when I would lay it down on a pillow, I would have pressure in it where I could actually feel the tapping, almost the tapping coming from the back of the neck. I was extremely active person. Danced, ran, exercised, went to the gym all the time, everything. And then I started to kind of just go downhill from there. I'm trying to think of some of the other symptoms that kind of was really severe shoulder pain, really bad. Pain in the middle of my back that was dull and achy and burning. Spinal pain. I'm trying to explain what it's like. I know a lot of people watching this video probably hasn't had any children, but I have one. And I could compare it to having contractions in your back all day long. It's a sharp pain. Sometimes it's a dull pain. When I stand up, sometimes both things happen at the same time in the middle of my back, where I have the burning in the middle, and then I have these spinal dull contractions that are coming from the base of my spine. So my cyst is considered a large arachnoid cyst. It is in the T12, I believe, and a T13 going down to T2, T3. So this is a pre-surgery video. I am going to have surgery. I also have problems like with my bowels. That's one thing you may want to be aware of. When I'm actually, and I'm in my bed right now because I'm having terrible pains on my back even right now as I'm talking. But I can control my bladder for the most part. But what happens is when I do have to use the bathroom and I've held it for a little, I really have to use it because it's almost like I can feel nerve endings when I actually do go to urinate, where it's painful, honestly. And it's not like a UTI. It's not anything from that sort. You can tell it's definitely nerves. Like you can feel the prickiness of it. So that's one sign of it. So you definitely have to use the bathroom when you have to. Sorry to be so graphic, but that's what it is. I'm trying to think. So basically I kind of started off like going downhill. So I started off with really bad head and neck pain, and then it progressed to the shoulders, and then from the shoulders it progressed to the mid back. And I would say the mid back kind of might have went with the head. I can't really exactly remember how it's went. It's been a while, but went with the head. And then the spine kind of was hurting with everything, period. But it wasn't as aggressive. It's got more aggressive throughout the years. So I went to, my story actually is a little bit different. I have extreme allergic asthma. So a normal person with allergies has a number that would be like 25. For me, my numbers are more in the 4,000s, which I'm allergic to practically everything. So my diet is very small. I don't have a whole lot of things that I can eat. I enjoy the things that I can eat, but I don't have a whole lot of things that I can eat. So I started having like really bad asthma attacks, and my allergist and my pulmonologist was both like, wait a minute, for somebody to have what they're called is, trying to think of what they're, an IgE, of 4,000, and the numbers were raising like by the month. So like the first month it was like 2,000, then she checked it again, it was like 3,000, checked it again, it was like 4,000 something. So they were rising in 2 months like crazy. So I ended up going to them sending me to a hematologist. Went to the hematologist. Hematologist oncologist is a doctor basically for cancer. They diagnosed me with something else, with what is called MGUS, which is kind of like a pre-cancer. But one of the things that they do is they check you for, have an MRI done on your spine to see if you have any lesions. And so they sent me for the MRI on the spine to see if I had any lesions, to come back to verify whether this was a cancer or I was still in this cancerous stage or whatever. It's actually not cancer, by the way. So I go, I do the MRI, and he's reading the MRI, and he goes, well, the good news is you don't have multiple myeloma. You do have MGUS, but you don't have multiple myeloma. He was like, but there is a large arachnoid cyst that you have on your spine. So I'm really happy. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to have, I don't have MGUS, I don't have to worry for years about this. I mean, I don't have multiple myeloma. I don't have to worry for years about this thing. And then he hits me with the information about the cyst, and he goes, we're going to send you to a neurosurgeon. And so that's actually how I ended up at the neurosurgeon, finding out that I had the arachnoid cyst. It's been a road for me. I've been trying to figure out, I've been to the rheumatologist, I've been everywhere trying to figure out what is wrong with me. Why am I having these pains? Why is my head? I've been to maybe 4 or 5 different physical therapists in the last 3 or 4 years, for months at a time, and nobody could heal me. Nobody. So if you're having these symptoms, you may want to just kind of look at the arachnoid cyst. You may want to have they are in the head, and they are also on the spine. And so some of the people with the head arachnoid cyst, they have seizures and a lot of nausea and dizziness. And I do have those signs. I don't have seizures, but I do have some of the the dizziness and some of the other things that come along with it. So like I said, this is my pre-surgery. I'm going to be having surgery in a couple months. I scheduled it a little far because I need some leave for work. But I'm really, really, really excited. And hopefully I can come back with an update for you guys. Thank you for watching.